Hey there, it's Claire here. Welcome to today's vlog. And I'm super excited to be talking to you today because I have something really exciting to share with you. So if you are on my email newsletter subscription list, then you may have already heard about this. But for the rest of you, I've got this really exciting offering coming up in early March. And it's called the 21 Days of Meditation. So as the name actually suggests, it is 21 days or 3 weeks of guided meditations, basically sent straight into your inbox every day. And it's not a challenge, but it's a project. It's a project in learning how to cultivate a habit with meditation. It's a project in opening up into stillness and clarity and connection. And ultimately we're talking about coming home to you through the practice of meditation. So I'm not going to go into too much detail as to what meditation is good for. We all know that, and I'm pretty sure if you guys are listening to me, then you know I've been rambling on about meditation for quite some time now. But I am going to share with you the way that I practice meditation every day, and in particular a mindfulness practice that I know that you're going to really enjoy and something that you can apply within your own life and actually within every element of your day. So the meditation that I practice at the moment is kind of varied. So years ago I did a meditation practice called Transcendental Meditation or Primordial Sound Meditation, and I studied that through my teacher Carolyn Gowan. So this is where you use a mantra to sit in stillness twice a day for 20 minutes, repeating your mantra, kind of like an anchor point, you know, a grounding point that gives you something to focus on so that everything else can start to soften and quiet. So I still practice that meditation every single day. I practice that every morning at around about 5:30. So as soon as I rise, I go into the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I come back and I meditate. What then generally happens for me is I go and do a yoga practice. Now, at the end of the yoga practice, most of you will know that there is a Savasana, relaxation. So I tend to kind of hang out in Savasana for quite a bit. But what I do now is cut my Savasana short just a little bit and actually come back into a seated position. And I've been diving into a really beautiful mindfulness practice, and it's actually completely changed, I guess, the rest of my day because it really puts me into my body. And this is what I particularly wanted to share with you today. So after my Shavasana, I'm seated, and generally I'm practicing outside. So this is where the mindfulness kind of really takes to a whole new level. But if you're inside or you're anywhere else, it's perfectly fine. So I sit in stillness, and rather than focusing on my breath or focusing on my mantra, I start by bringing my attention to all the sounds that I can hear around me. So if I'm outside, I might hear the sound of a boat going past because I live at the water. Or I might hear the sound of a plane in the sky. Or I might hear the sound of construction work, which you can probably hear in the background now. So I start to just tune into what I can hear. And I get a little micro with it. So for example, if I can hear a plane, I'll be asking myself, where is that plane? It's in the far right corner of my mind. So that's where I can hear the sound. So I start to just really clock into what I can hear. Now what I need to flag here is I don't clock in and then start having a thought process or then start following a storyline about the plane or the construction or the boat or whatever it is that I can hear. It's simply just an observation, a single observation about what I can hear and where it is. So gradually I start to bring my attention closer and closer towards me. So what I can hear just around me, for example, maybe there's somebody walking past me in the park, or maybe there's a bird in particular that's chirping quite loudly. So again, I'm just drilling down into those little micro points, not following a story, and just staying present in that moment. So then I start to tap into what I can feel. So this is when I'm really starting to enter my body. I start to sense the sun on my skin. And sometimes I notice, for example, that the sun is heating the right side of my face, but the left side of my face, which is still in shade for some reason, is much cooler. So I start to just notice the nuances and the elements of what I can feel. And then it comes even further inward to my breath. What kind of breath am I breathing at this moment? How does that breath make me feel? Is my breath deep? Is it light? Is it textured? Is it raspy? So I just start to observe more and more and more. And this kind of reminds me of when I used to study art at university. You're standing in front of a sculpture or a piece of work that was just incredible and mind-blowing, and actually being encouraged by my teacher to just notice, what can I see, without actually trying to figure it out, what jumps out at me. And this actually just allows you to be completely present with that art. So the mindfulness practice for me is about becoming even more present in my body and even more present in that moment. And those sounds are not about distractions. The sounds are things I'm now harnessing to actually put me into that moment. The feelings are not distractions. The sensations are not distractions. They're things that I'm harnessing to actually put me in that moment. So for me, mindfulness is about being completely present and being completely aware of what is happening for you. So I might do this for 5 to 10 minutes depending on what's happening with my day and how busy I am. Now, what I find really interesting about mindfulness is that the more I practice it, the more it feeds into the rest of my day. So I'm no longer just practicing meditation in that moment. I'm meditating the whole day because I'm in the chair sitting at my desk and I'm focused on my work and I'm present with that. And I'm connecting to the email that I'm writing, and I'm connecting to the client that I'm working with, and I'm connecting to the blog post that I'm writing. And I'm actually just doing that, single-pointed, focused mind on that. And I think that's a really powerful practice because the more present you are, the more able you are to let go of those distracting thoughts and emotions that actually are usually stuck in the past and the future. You know, your perception of what the future might be, or projection into the future, or maybe even rehashing the past or trying to figure out stuff that's already been done. So mindfulness just puts you straight into this present moment, which is really powerful. So I invite you to give that a go. See how you can thread that into your life, even if it's just in the beginning of your day with a cup of tea in your hand and just closing your eyes and noticing the sensation of the tea as you take a sip of it, and the sensation of hot, or how it feels, or how the taste is. Just starting to actually just clock into everything that you're doing and really putting your attention into that. It's a really powerful practice. And I know that this is a really powerful thing to do as well when you're eating, slowing down, one mouthful at a time, chewing slowly, being present with your food. So I invite you to give it a go, and I would love to hear from you. I would love to know if you already practice something like this, or if this is something that you'd be interested in trying. And if you do, let me know how you go with it. So this brings me back to the 21 days of meditation. So it will be launching really, really soon. So stay tuned, and the best way to do that is to jump on my newsletter. So you can opt in at the bottom of this email, and of this blog, sorry. And it will basically be a collection of meditations that I've personally and professionally recorded for you, and also from some of my favorite people. So I've got some names like Connie Chapman and Tara Bliss, and so many other amazing people like my meditation teacher Carolyn Gowan, who have all provided meditations just for you as well. So you're going to get a whole varied collection of amazing meditations that are going to really support you in building this incredible habit. And what we're talking about is stillness, clarity, and connection. So learning how to come home to you through all of that by creating still space, still heart, and still mind, by tapping into the clarity and the wisdom within you and connecting to your true self. So that's ultimately why I practice meditation, and I'm pretty sure that sounds enticing to most of you too. So looking forward to having you guys jump on that, and in the meantime, get meditating. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.